Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Monday night, February the 14th, Valentine's Day. And these are the charts of the day. Still, market pushes forward, and there's a lot of stocks that are looking not only positive, but breaking out. You take a look at Almaden Minerals today, the stock that we had picked back in November as a swing trade, which moved at that point from 3 to about 5. Then had pulled back, broke down below the moving averages, rallied back to them, and looked pretty dangerous here, but recovered. And matter of fact, the declining tops line, lateral price resistance, and 50-day moving average all were broken out today with the thrust in volume. Today was the biggest volume in about 4 weeks, and perhaps a new leg has begun. Short-term resistance around 510, but eventually top of the channel around $7 beckons, and that's what we'll call our secondary target, and with the initial target around the let's call it 5 3/4 range. AZC, another mining stock that looked good today. This is a swing trade of ours that was recommended on the breakout here. The stock consolidated for a couple weeks, week and a half, and today spiked 46 cents or 10% on 1.65 million, and the heaviest volume in about a week and a half. So perhaps another leg up that's going to get this up to my trading target up around 6 3/4, 7 range. BSQR is looking good. Another $1.17 today. Excuse me, $1.21 at 11.99, and closed right at the January highs, which could lead to a nice thrust if it breaks out. And I'm looking for eventually to move up to the 17-18 zone, but let's call the short-term trading target 14. Up next is FTK, Flowtech, which has been a trading idea of ours since it broke out here at the end of December. Continues to stair step higher. We reached up around the 7.5, 7 3/4 range, and then backed off in the last couple of weeks to form this wedge. Now, if it breaks out of this wedge, and it looks like it is about to with a gain of 44 cents or 6.6% today, the stock jumped on 1.1 million shares, and it looks like it's headed for a rendezvous with the 8.5 range, our short-term trading target. FXEN, another one of the junior oils that's been running of late. Look at this move up from August when it was trading under 3. Today, nearly 10.5, more than tripling. And if you can see, the recent pattern showed a wedge pattern in here, or coil, I should say. Then this coil was perhaps broken today with a thrust of 48 cents, nearly 5% on 400,000 shares. So at this point, I'm looking for a move that takes us up towards the 11 3/4 range, my next trading target, perhaps even 12. IBCC, a current swing trade of ours with a target up in the 60 range, looks like it's headed right for there, tagging 57 today, closing at 56.92, up $1.52 on more than 1 million shares. This beautiful rising trend channel in force indicates potentially more upside, and we'll wait for that target around 60. IMPH exploded yesterday and had a nice follow through on Friday. Excuse me, had a nice follow through today of 54 cents or 13% on 2.5 million shares. Very heavy volume the last 2 days in the stock. Certainly a new trend is underway, perhaps a bit overbought short term. Maybe we'll see some kind of consolidation, but I'm looking for a move to 6 before it's over. IPGP, another fantastic day today. That's 2 in the last 3 sessions with a big run up of 12.87 on Thursday, pause day on Friday, and today up another 7.25. So 20 points in 3 sessions. And although it's overbought for sure short term and has exploded through the top of the channel with a big breakaway gap, there may be more upside here, and look for something perhaps in the 55, 58 zone. Up next, another junior energy stock, LNG, one of our swing trades as well, excuse me, which has been working out very well. The recent flag was broken Thursday. Friday was a bit of a shallow day, and then this morning it backed off, but it came right back from 765 to 885, closing at 880, up 57 cents on 3.2 million shares, and that's the heaviest volume in about a week. So, excuse me, about 7 sessions. And so at this point, I'm looking for more upside. It gets it up to the 10.5 range, my short-term trading target. Excuse me. Oils are running, and NOGs are none of the exception. Broke out across the neckline of a head and shoulders bottom. Here's the left shoulder, head and right shoulder. Today it popped $1.24 or 4.3% on 1.1 million shares. It looks like it's headed at this point to approximately the 63 range, my short-term trading target for NOG. OAS, another oil in general, is doing very well here. As you can see, it's run up very nicely, flagging here, and then today broke $1.07, 3.5%, and apparently is headed for the top of the channel in the 37 range. That's my short-term trading target for Oasis. OCCF had a nice day today and popped out of the wedge here. After breaking out with a price volume surge in January and a run up that took it up to this area, we formed this wedge. That wedge was broken today with a pop of 52 cents or 8.3%. There's a target up around 7.5 coming up perhaps very shortly. OIIM is breaking out across resistance here around the 7.5 range with a pop of 65 cents today. Reached up to 8.5, closed at 8.45, up 65 cents, and nearly a million shares up 8%. It looks like at this point my $9 target is a fait accompli, but let's shoot that up, press that up a little bit to the 9.5 range. PKT, a very strong move today, up $1.09 or 14.5%. After the breakout last week and the pullback, it got very, very quiet. Yeah, on Friday it popped, and today it followed through beautifully. I'm looking for a run to 10.5. Up next is TPI. Had a big pop today, up 25%, 65 cents, closing at 3.24, and right at the declining tops line here. Next target up around this double top around 3.75 should be forthcoming shortly. UEC had a big day today. Uranium stocks were firm. This one in particular, though, broke out across this little triple top area and spread of 61 cents or 10% on 3.33 million. That's the heaviest volume in 2 months. At this point, I'm looking for a test of the 7.5 range short term, and beyond that, something around 9. USG is the last one for today. Another Bakken Legion Junior Oil, which has been struggling of late, finally popped today up 43 cents, 7% on 1.2 million. Now that's the heaviest volume I've seen in this stock since June. So perhaps a run up to test the 740 level, and maybe even as high as 8 will be forthcoming. That's what we're looking for. And that's it for the night. Have a good evening.